From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good morning and happy Friday. We still find ourselves in this very foggy pattern, this very stagnant pattern. The air stagnation advisory has now been extended through 4 p.m. on Tuesday. We're going to be dry through next Wednesday, and highs will continue to stay in the 30s and 40s. Right now, you're taking a live look at Kennewick. This view coming courtesy of the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app. And it's not necessarily foggy out there, but the cloud layer is low enough to where we are seeing some mist and some drizzle, which means the roadways are a little bit wet and the temperatures are getting closer and closer to freezing. Keep that in mind. A lot of this on the map is freezing fog this morning. Very thick stuff in the Kittitas and Yakima Valleys. Same thing with the Blue Foothills. So in those areas, you have to take it slow on the roadways, not only because visibility is reduced, but also because some of this could be freezing fog and those roadways could be a little bit slick. Here's your hourly forecast for this Friday for the Tri-Cities. I'm thinking we're going to be socked in with clouds all throughout the day. Another dreary day out there as high temperatures are going to end up around 40, and it's going to be gray and foggy. I'll tell you about the mechanics of this pattern coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, a Kennewick neighborhood voicing concerns about a newly proposed group home that will soon house convicted sex offenders. Coming up, we hear what residents and local officials are saying.
Plus, a $242 million budget gap is creating tough choices for Oregon transportation. Now state roads could face delays without new funding. Coming up, we'll break down the challenges ahead and what these decisions could mean for Oregon commuters.
And Sunnyside welcomes its first Latina mayor. Stay with us to see how Vicky Frausto plans to bring new energy and vision to the city of Sunnyside. It's all on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jade Elliott. It is Friday, January 16th. We are headed into the weekend.
That's right. We have a lot to get to this morning, so we're starting off with continuing coverage on the potential opening of a group home for sex offenders.
A neighborhood meeting was held just Thursday night. Members there of the community, some even elected officials, speaking out against the home, which would house level 3 and higher sex offenders, which are classified as having a very high risk of reoffending.
Those concerned cited fears of safety of children and elderly people who live near the home.
I feel sorry for the fact that we have this kind of people, but that's not this community's problem. It's not their fault.
Where do you think they should go?
They should stay at McNeil. They should stay in the penitentiary. Some of them are mentally disturbed.
Now, the group is looking for people to contact the Washington Department of Social Health Services to try to stop the agreements currently in progress for the house.
They're also looking to hire an attorney who helped prevent a similar home from being put into a neighborhood in Western Washington.
5:03 now, looking to your voice, your vote, where in Sunnyside, a new chapter is beginning as the city welcomes its freshly elected mayor, Vicky Frausto. Chosen by her fellow council members, her leadership marks a milestone moment for the community. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Garcia has more on this historic journey and what the new mayor envisions for Sunnyside's future.
Vicky Frausto has deep roots in Sunnyside and a strong presence in its political scene, having been born and raised in Sunnyside and previously served as a council member before stepping into her new role as mayor. She holds a double bachelor's degree from the University of Washington in political science and American ethics, along with a master's degree in public administration focused on governance. Stepping into the mayor's office is a moment filled with mixed emotions and heavy responsibilities.
But then I look up and you see a crowd of folks cheering and applauding and having a feeling of hope and gaining a feeling of inspiration and being in a moment that was a pretty historic moment for the city of Sunnyside allowed me to then relish more into the joy of it for just a little bit.
This historic moment is made even more special by another first. With Julia Hart serving as deputy mayor, Sunnyside has never before had both mayoral roles held by a woman at the same time. But Frausto's role carries additional historic weight.
It was also historic because I have become the first Latina mayor to serve in that role and in this capacity. But with that also comes a big sense of responsibility, right? Being the first is never easy because, people are looking to you to bring about miracles and rapid change, but they're also looking at you with a lot of hope.
For Frausto, her mayoral mission is clear: to foster transparency and strengthen ties throughout the community.
Are going to be to restore community trust and connection, build relationships that haven't been built before, if that's with local small businesses or my neighbors, down the street. It's also going to include bringing in vision. The city needs vision. They need visionaries. So I'm really excited for the shift on this council and the folks that I'm going to be able to work with because Sunnyside has so much potential.
Generating revenue is also high on her agenda, including lobbying efforts both in Olympia and Washington, D.C., aiming to bring valuable resources back to Sunnyside. Reporting in Sunnyside, Monique Garcia, Apple Valley News Now.
And the new mayor will serve a 2-year term and maintain her council seat for the following 4 years.
Now over in Prosser, the Chamber of Commerce is welcoming a new director who says growing membership and supporting local businesses are top priorities. Founded in 1941, the Prosser Chamber of Commerce serves as a hub for local businesses, offering advertising, promotions, and resources for members across a wide range of industries. Executive Director Nicole Jack says while the chamber is still working through a slower season, her focus is on building value for members and encouraging more businesses to get involved.
Kind of struggling with membership at the moment as far as having businesses find value in what they're receiving for benefits, although we're a very small team. We're a team of 2.
She also says the chamber expects membership and business activity to pick up as Prosser moves into its peak season.
The 7 taking you to Oregon, where roads, bridges, and highways there could soon face some delays in repairs, and some state transportation jobs could be at risk.
Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen says the Oregon Department of Transportation is warning lawmakers that without new funding, service cuts and layoffs are possible.
ODOT is facing a $242 million funding gap for the current budget cycle. The shortfall comes after House Bill 3991, meant to stabilize transportation funding and prevent layoffs, was partially put on hold after voters petitioned for a statewide referendum. The bill passed September 2025 would have raised revenue through higher gas taxes, vehicle registration fees, and new road usage charge for electric and hybrid vehicles. With much of that revenue delayed until voters decide in November, ODOT must plan for tough scenarios. Without new funding, ODOT may have to cut road maintenance, slow emergency response, and reduce DMV services, and lay off employees.
There's a situation in which no new funding is provided and ODOT has to operate within its current budget limitations. And if that was the case, we estimate it would be about 1,000 positions cut from our agencies.
The shortfall is smaller than earlier projections, thanks to cost savings and higher than expected revenue in other areas. But even small delays in maintenance can affect road safety.
With less maintenance staff, less emergency response folks able to be out there responding to crashes, it could mean longer crash delays, more impacts. Maybe we just have to shut down a section of road because we don't have enough crews to flag traffic through.
Governor Tina Kotek is urging lawmakers to act in the short session, calling for House Bill 3991 to be addressed for long-term transportation funding solutions in 2027. She says, quote, "The decisions we make in the coming weeks will determine whether Oregon's transportation system continues to decline or whether we restore certainty in essential services. Hundreds of people could be laid off this spring if we are not successful. Giving up is not an option." Not everyone agrees. Senate Republican leader Bruce Starr, who opposed the bill last year, criticized the decision. He says, quote, "Governor Kotek is not repealing this bill because she suddenly discovered it was bad policy. She is doing it because Oregonians stood up made their voices heard, and forced her to make a political decision to save face. For now, ODOT is supporting legislative discussions and holding off on layoff notices until funding decisions are finalized. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
And in Salem, lawmakers will weigh whether to fill the gap this session or leave the agency to operate within current revenue limits.
The decision made here could be felt on every road and at every DMV across Oregon. So we'll keep you updated.
And keep it here, because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Crumble Cookies is stirring things up. Could donuts be next for them?
What?
Sounds pretty yummy. We'll see what the bakery is testing behind the scenes in just a few minutes.
Plus, the King of Beer is celebrating like royalty. Don't miss the limited edition cans honoring Budweiser's long history. We're going to tell you all about that coming up after the break. And giving you a live look outside this morning, from right here at the Apple Valley Studios in Kennewick. And looks a little foggy. Is that fog or clouds?
Is that my contact lens again? Nope.
Oh, drizzle? Ooh. Oh, we've got a little drizzle happening out there. So you're going to wake up to some wet roadways, which could mean some slick roadways as well. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbus is going to break it all down for you after the break.
Life moves fast when you're raising children. With Washington's Get Prepaid Tuition Plan, you can be prepared for their next big step after high school. Start saving today at 529.wa.gov.
When you have a Medicare partner you trust, life gets lighter.
Health Spring?
You know it.
Put a spring in your step. Health Spring.
Start the new year off right with a new 2026 Kia Sportage Hybrid, loaded with advanced driver assistance features like Smart Cruise, forward collision avoidance, blind spot warning, and more. All this and 35 miles per gallon combined EPA fuel economy rating. Now just $31,930 after discount and rebate. Test drive a Sportage Hybrid today. Over Turf Kia, Highway I-182 and Road 100 exit on St. Thomas Drive, Pasco.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino, featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Life moves fast when you're raising children. With Washington's Get Prepaid Tuition Plan, you can be prepared for their next big step after high school. Start saving today at 529.wa.gov.
It is an act of pure evil. A beloved college professor and a man on the run. What do they have in common? Murder.
She thought she had met the man of her dreams.
And then the story takes an ugly turn.
Whoa.
2020, tonight on ABC.
Kraken, Mammoths. Coverage begins at 2 Saturday on My Network TV. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We continue to find ourselves in this dry, stagnant, and foggy pattern. And that's going to continue through 4 p.m. on Tuesday at least. Current air quality not looking too bad out there, so we'd love to see that. Remember, a couple mornings back, we were seeing air quality that was unhealthy for sensitive groups in the lower Yakima Valley, but that has not come to fruition over the last couple mornings. Okay, the air stagnation advisory, like my gut feeling kind of told me so, has now been extended to 4 p.m. on Tuesday. So what does air stagnation mean? Well, it means that our air is not really moving around all that much. We don't really have winds. So all the yucky stuff that comes from vehicle exhaust and smoke from burn piles, all that just settles down into lower elevations. So air quality can be reduced. If you have that pre-existing respiratory illness, you should listen to your physician's advice. And again, outdoor burning is highly recommended against in these setups. You can read more about all this online at applevalleyNewsNow.com. The fog itself is very thick in the Blue Foothills, in the Kittitas Valley, in the Yakima Valley. So far, the lower Columbia Basin has been spared, but we are thinking that all of us in lower elevations are going to contend with some form of fog or low-lying clouds for today. The same thing for tonight. And then for tomorrow, it looks like we'll endure the exact same cycle. You can also find all of these little bits of information online at applevalleyNewsNow.com. Okay, this pattern's going to hang tough through next Tuesday to Wednesday. Maybe some relief on the other side of that. We'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. 5:15, taking a look at your business headlines this morning, where Spotify subscribers should get ready to dish out some more green.
The streaming service announced yesterday it's raising the price of its service by $1. So that means premium plans are going from $12 a month to $13.
It's the same for students, who will see their monthly bill go from $6 to $7. And if you have
6, 7. I'm sorry.
It's
out of here. It's just so ingrained in our brain now.
I know. I can't even help it.
And we're lame now for saying it.
We're the worst. Yeah. And if you have Spotify's Duo or Family Plan, those are going up by $2 a month.
The price hikes are set to take effect next month, and it's the first price adjustment that Spotify has made since June 2024.
And for those with a sweet tooth this morning, Crumbl Cookies has set their record straight on what the bakery chain is up to.
Last week, rumors began swirling on social media that Crumbl is developing a line of donuts. So the Utah-based company remained tight-lipped, but finally spoke about it yesterday.
Yeah, they said that, in fact, yes, they are testing donuts. The caveat is that doesn't necessarily mean its stores will be selling them anytime soon or even ever.
So right now the donuts are only in the early internal testing phase, and Crumbl says it does not have any plans yet to launch them.
Don't they have a flat cookie that they're doing now too?
Do they?
I thought I saw something about a flat cookie. I don't know.
Don't tell me that.
I got a Crumbl gal in Utah McCall and see what.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what the deets are.
You got the inside scoop.
I'm gonna get the deets. Yeah, I'll
got a source.
Report back. Yeah. Okay. Finally, a very special happy birthday to get this. Looking ahead to the weekend, Budweiser turning 150 this year.
Wow.
Yeah. So in celebration, the classic beer brand is launching limited edition heritage cans.
So there are 4 different collectible can designs. They were inspired by Budweiser cans from the 1950s, 80s, or 90s, as well as a special one for 2026.
Each one says "Made of America" for, I think it should say "Made in America," right? It's not "Made of America."
I don't know what they're doing.
Well, I don't know, but they've been doing it for 150 years. They're all going to be sold in 12 packs, and they are available in stores now.
Okay,
just
so
in
an
time
excuse. Yeah, an excuse to just go and get some.
Yeah.
I needed an excuse.
I need an excuse.
I don't usually need one, but hey.
No, but today.
Yeah.
We'll take an excuse.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. It's Friday. Cheers to that. All right, still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. When we come back, we'll check back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert. He's going to have a look at your first alert forecast as we give you that live look outside. This one from our Dust Devils camera in Pasco. We're back right after the break.
Let Schweitzer be your next winter getaway. Because at Schweitzer, your best day can start in the village or at the summit and everywhere in between. Explore Schweitzer. All days, always.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Living with chronic migraine? 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine, and treatment is 4 times a year. So why wait? Talk to your doctor.
Botox effects may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as trouble swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Those with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions like rash, breathing problems, dizziness, neck and injection site pain, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions like ALS, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medicines like botulinum toxins, which may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 91% of patients wish they'd started Botox sooner. Ask your doctor today. If eligible, you may pay $0.
We're cooking up something special. Yolks Exclusives. Original recipes crafted in-house, every day, by people who take fresh seriously. A collection of signature products you won't find anywhere else. Meticulously prepared with only the freshest ingredients. And sold exclusively at Yolks Fresh Markets.
Let Schweitzer be your next winter getaway. A place where the views are as good as the company. And the skiing is as electric as the experience. Explore Schweitzer. All days, always.
A replay of last night's Kraken game today at noon on the new My Network TV. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We're going to continue to keep the forecast dry through next Wednesday, but I'm thinking by next Thursday or Friday, maybe some precip chances could come back to impact the region. Fingers crossed, because we definitely need it. Okay, but we're still dealing with this area of high pressure. You see this blue spinning H right here at the bottom of the screen. That indicates a big area of high pressure, and so that is shielding us from active weather on the Pacific Rim. It's sending these storm systems up into Canada, then eventually back down to the eastern half of the United States. So what does that mean for us? Again, it means we're just going to be dry. Not just dry, but also socked in with fog and clouds throughout much of the day. So here's the day planner forecast for the Tri-Cities. I'm thinking if we see fog this morning, it'll probably lift around, I'd say 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, but for the rest of the day, we'll have to deal with those low-lying stratus clouds. So it's just going to be a gray and gloomy day out there. Of course, you can see hour by hour cloud coverage and temperatures and wind gusts and not many precip chances to see, but you can see all those variables by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app, free in the App Store or on Google Play. And you can cater that forecast to your exact home address. Okay, speaking of those precip chances, for now, we're still keeping it dry in the Tri-Cities through next Thursday, but I'm thinking by next Friday, next Saturday, we'll start to see like a 10%, a 20% here. It's not much, but at least it's something, because as of late, we've had a whole lot of nothing. High temperatures not doing anything fantastic over the next 7 days. Maybe we'll trend a little bit warmer by the time we get to the end of next week, putting us at about 5 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. But for the most part, pretty normal stuff, as high temperatures are going to be within a few degrees of 40 degrees in the Tri-Cities. Okay, here is the 7-day forecast. Oh, I forgot it. Overnight lows, you see, they're not doing anything too fantastic either, as we'll stay in the mid to upper 20s. Also pretty normal stuff. Now onto the 7-day forecast. Keep the forecast dry with freezing fog possible over the next handful of mornings. And then for Yakima, socked in with fog and low-lying clouds for the next 5 days at least. And then for Ellensburg, maybe a few hours of afternoon sunshine each day, but otherwise a foggy and gray forecast. And then for Hermiston, cold and dry, a cold and dry forecast that stays foggy and cloudy through at least Tuesday. And finally for Walla Walla, also tracking air stagnation and fog through Tuesday, maybe finally seeing something else later next week.
All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up next, a runaway emu in Florida proves that even flightless birds can be trouble. A deputy safely captured the feisty feathered fugitive. That's coming up. Plus, a dog and its owner face icy waters. Stay with us. We've got the daring rescue all caught on camera. It's in today's Take a Look at This after the break.
At Core Powder Coating, we bring metal to life. From industrialized parts to custom projects, we specialize in high-end finishes that protect, perform, and stand out. The 35-foot oven, 5-stage chemical wash, and climate control facility, we handle the jobs the others can't and do it right the first time. Core means commitment, organization, reliability, and excellence. And that's exactly what you'll get on every job. Core Powder Coating, where quality meets color. Visit corepowder.com or visit us in Richland. Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino, featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Board-certified orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist, Dr. Tegan Goodell, is now caring for patients in Prosser and Walla Walla. Dr. Goodell provides advanced care in orthopedic surgery and sports medicine injuries, including surgery of the shoulder, elbow, knee, and ankle. Get back to doing what you love. Call Prosser Orthopedic Center at 509-786-5599 or visit prosserhealth.org. Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
This new year, refresh your space with comfort that fits your life. From living rooms made for relaxing, to dining rooms made for gathering, and bedrooms designed for better rest. Enjoy our free white glove delivery service and make it yours with 31 months interest-free financing. For our lowest prices of the year, visit a More Furniture near you or shop now at morefurniture.com.
Just like you, I'm working towards buying my first home. I'm saving for my children's future.
Like you, I want financial tools that make my life easier.
At Hapo, we're more than employees. We're people just like you, and we understand what really matters.
Just like you,
we're planning for our future.
And I care about making a difference.
We're here to help you navigate life's milestones, big and small, because we're just like you. Join us at Hapo today.
A sledding adventure. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Check this out now. So this week, authorities face some unexpected challenges with the animal kingdom.
Yeah, like in Florida, where an emu caused a bit of a stir as deputies worked to safely capture the feisty bird.
Or in New York, where police carried out a rescue mission for a woman and her dog after falling through icy waters.
These stories, or their stories, you have to see to believe. Luckily, Patrick Cornell has this week's most outrageous clips in today's Take a Look at This.
Yeah, say hello.
That's the face of an unemused emu. How'd this agitated bird get its feathers ruffled? The St. John County Sheriff's Office got a call about a runaway emu in St. Augustine, Florida. Those big birds can't fly, but they can flee. Doesn't help that the slippery sucker comes with weapons attached.
Yeah, some big old talons.
Thankfully, the corporal in charge of capturing the unbridled bird came prepared.
I'll be honest with you, I've never handcuffed an emu before, but they'll fit.
While taking great care to avoid those talons, the corporal cornered the emu and tossed a lasso around its neck.
Look who's got you now.
Seems pretty happy with his effort. The emu, not happy.
Don't look at me that way. Hey, don't bite me. Don't even think about it. Don't do it.
Next, literally slapping those handcuffs on the emu.
Look at that. I have a full set of cuffs on this emu.
Our unemused emu, unharmed and home, but not ready to embrace its captor.
Yeah, say hello. Oh! You ain't going nowhere now.
In New York, officers deploy a rope for another animal rescue. Little Falls police got a call about a woman and a dog who fell through ice into a canal. After getting the woman to safety, cops turned their attention to the dog. When the rope rescue wasn't enough, officers carefully wading out into the frigid water, getting close enough to grab the dog, working their way back to the safety of the shore. Everyone escaped the incident without serious injuries, police say. For Take a Look at This, I'm Patrick Cornell.
Those are scary situations.
Yes.
That
oh my
ice,
gosh.
That's not something I mess around with. You never know.
Never.
You never know. But that emu, that looked like a thing from the historic past.
Jurassic Park, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, no, yeah. And it was like, it was emo looking.
Just out in the wild.
Emo.
His emotions were like,
he's like,
he was kind of smiling. He was
Yeah.
kind of smirking. He knew he was, throwing out some goofs
that's
and
so
gags
emo
there.
of him to be caught in the handcuffs. I don't know.
Who has an emu?
I don't know.
Someone in Florida, and I think
Of course,
that kind of
Florida.
explains
That
it all,
tracks.
right?
You're right. That tracks. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. You could learn a life-saving skill in just 1 hour. A free event in Richland is teaching people how to act fast in emergencies. Coming up, we'll see the community in action as residents get hands-on CPR training.
And a historic move for Prosser City Hall is now official. See how the city is celebrating and what's next for the city. Also, its police department. All those details are in your next half hour. But first, your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Verizon is apologizing for that massive outage this week, and it's offering affected customers a $20 credit. Many users were unable to make calls or send messages for hours. Verizon says it was a software issue. Customers must log into the My Verizon app to get that $20 credit. Next, Wikipedia marking its 25th birthday by announcing an AI partnership deals with Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, and AI startup Perplexity. They will be paying to access Wikipedia's vast content, which is crucial to training AI models. No financial terms were disclosed. And finally, a new way to get to Sesame Street. The show is now streaming on YouTube. Thanks to a new partnership, more than 100 classic episodes are available on the platform. The collection features some of the most iconic Sesame Street moments, and it also includes the very first show that aired in 1969. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Hannah Battah. Have a great day.
I'm your old wiring. And while you're obsessing over Polar Whisper and White Delight, well, you're forgetting what's hiding behind your wall.
And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, paying for all this can burn through your savings.
Switch to Allstate and you could save hundreds. What are you waiting for?
The Lumify effect. One drop dramatically reduces redness for brighter, whiter-looking eyes that make you go, wow. Lumify works in 1 minute and lasts up to 8 hours. See what all the hype is about with the one and only Lumify.
Airwick's vibrant fragrances are infused with 2 times more essential oils. The advanced plug-in with the boost button and anti-fade technology can keep your home always inviting for up to 70 days. Airwick, always fragrant, always inviting.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Friday morning. Thanks for waking up. I forgot what day it was for a minute.
Friday.
Pause, but how could I forget?
The best day.
It's Friday.
Yeah.
I know.
That's always a good realization.
It is.
Any other day, no. But Friday?
But Friday, yes. Yes, I know. Thank you for being with us on this Friday. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Josh Colbert.
It is National Nothing Day.
Today I don't feel like doing anything. Yep. All right.
But we are doing a lot of things.
No, but I actually am working all day, so that's great.
Yep. We're working hard, doing the news, doing the weather.
Hey, the weather got the memo. It's like, how about we do nothing
for
the next 7 days? And that's essentially what's going to happen. But whenever there's nothing, there's always a little something.
The weather's been getting all the memos. Got dry January, got this,
Yeah, it's really lined up this month. Let's go ahead, let's talk about those big weather stories. Here is the something in the midst of nothing. We have foggy mornings, stagnant air. That's going to last through at least 4 p.m. on Tuesday. We're going to keep the forecast dry through next Wednesday at least, and high temperatures staying pretty normal for the middle of January. Okay, the fog this morning is especially thick in the Kittitas Valley, the Yakima Valley, the Blue Foothills, especially closer towards Pendleton. So far, we haven't seen widespread fog for the Lower Columbia Basin or the Tri-Cities, but we are anticipating that a little bit later this morning. I think all of us this morning for lower elevations are going to see some form of either fog or very low-lying stratus clouds. Then for tonight, we'll deal with the same thing. And then for tomorrow, probably dealing with the exact same thing. And I think for Sunday and Monday and Tuesday, we'll likely find ourselves in the exact same cycle. Okay, the forecast is going to stay dry through next Wednesday. Maybe after that, the pattern's shaking up a little bit. I'll talk about that and an update on all those climate numbers. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. We begin this half hour of news in Richland, where neighbors in the Tri-Cities are starting 2026 with a life-saving resolution by learning a skill that could make the difference between life and death. The American Red Cross teaming up with board member Carmel Perez and the Riverfront Hotel in Richland to host New Year, New School. It's a free, hands-only CPR training event. The goal, train 100 people in just an hour. Cardiac arrest can happen anywhere, at any time, at home, at school, at work, even at the gym, and every second counts. So by teaching everyday people how to perform CPR, the Red Cross hopes to give the community the confidence to act before first responders arrive.
My community is important to me. I would be overjoyed, just thrilled to hear that, hey, this class that you gave, or this class that you guys held for the Red Cross allowed us to save a life.
So the Red Cross says that they've already filled 28 out of the 100 spots. Perez says the classes will be in both English and Spanish, and he hopes classes like these help bridge the gap between the Hispanic community and the Red Cross. Classes begin at 10 a.m. on January 31st at the Riverfront Hotel in Richland.
5:35 and talking local living now. A big celebration at the Benton County Courthouse in Prosser with one room crowded with people. So this celebration was for the Prosser City Hall's move into the lower floor of the courthouse, and that was being made official. The mayor says he and his staff are thrilled to have an official home for City Hall after being in a temporary location for the past few years, and this was due to losing their original location along with the police station from a fire. And the mayor says one of his visions was to have a facility in historic downtown Prosser.
We had local government, we have local government, both county and city, under the same roof, which makes it easier for accessibility, for people to get their government business done, whether it's city or county. They can come to one spot.
As for what comes next, the mayor says the work is only 50% done, and that's as they work to make a home for the Prosser Police Department. They're looking at a property on the Benton County Courthouse campus, so it'll be next to the courthouse and City Hall. And keep it here, because coming up next, Seattle Kraken goalie Joey Daccord isn't just stopping pucks. He's setting the tone on the ice, and that's after a long road to the NHL. Daccord's intensity and aggressive style have made him a key spark for this Kraken team. We'll tell you how in your player profile after the break.
And giving you a live look outside this morning from our Dust Elvis camera in Pasco. When we come back, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth is going to take a closer look at what is in store for our weekend.
This morning on GMA, someone's about to get the surprise of a lifetime live on TV. Super Bowl tickets, and they have no idea it's coming. See the emotional and super fun surprise happen live this morning on Good Morning America.
Life moves fast. At Frechette Winery, we invite you to slow it down and savor the moment. Join us on Red Mountain for bold, flavorful red wines, a welcoming vibe, and experiences meant to be shared, from relaxed tastings to unforgettable wine and dinner events. Located just minutes from Benton City in West Richland, we're open daily, noon to 5. Come for the wine, stay for the warmth, experience the Frechette vibe. Great wine brings people together, and we'd love to welcome you to Frechette.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some. Gimme Some Bagels.
I think this is my favorite. Okay. Hon, what do you think of this?
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Don't relocate, renovate. Avoid rising interest rates by changing your bathroom, not your home. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
When it comes to legal matters, you need someone you can trust.
At Morphine Law Firm, we are sincerely grateful for the last 5 years of trust and support you've given our firm. Your trust and support have been a major driving force behind our mission for justice. We offer free consultations, and we may not always tell you what you want to hear, but we try to steer you in the right direction. We appreciate your continued trust and confidence in Morphine Law Firm.
There was a nice lady who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. I need a bigger house, but with so many choices, who can I trust to help me with a loan? So she called her friends for advice, and they knew exactly what to do.
Yakima Federal helped us when the big bad wolf blew our house down.
They had great service and offered a fantastic rate on our new home construction loan.
And they won't sell your loan to the big bad wolf.
I'll call them tomorrow. Skip the wolves. Trust Yakima Federal with your next home loan. You'll be glad you did.
It is an act of pure evil. A beloved college professor and a man on the run. What do they have in common? Murder.
She thought she had met the man of her dreams.
And then the story takes an ugly turn.
Whoa.
2020, tonight on ABC.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is that time of the week. Once again, let's dive into those rainfall numbers. These are the numbers that we've been tracking since October 1st. So this is what we've actually seen during that time frame. This is what we would typically expect during that time frame. And then here's a little bit of math. So we have rainfall surpluses, very good surpluses still for the valleys and for the basin, just barely breaking even right now for the Blue Foothills. These numbers look a lot better a couple weeks back because we had a lot more rain back then. We've gone without rain for the past couple weeks, so of course these numbers would lose support just a little bit. But still, the numbers in the Yakima Basin looking pretty good if you tally up all the water that we have in the reservoirs. If you compare it to the water that we would typically have for this time of year, we have 37% more water, which is an excellent number, and that severe drought benchmark would be if the basin had 25% less water than what we would typically have for this time of the year. So these two numbers are good, but here's the rub, okay? The snowpack in the Yakima Basin is looking very bad right now, almost 50 percentage points behind where it should be for January 15th and 16th. This is a significant margin to overcome. And if we don't start to improve these numbers, when the snow melt happens later this spring, all of that good favor that we built up in the reservoirs, this number will sink down very quickly. Okay, so that kind of covers the Cascades. Now let's pivot over to the Blues. Here's what the reservoir levels look like right now for McCade Dam. And we have 19% less water than we typically would for this time of the year. That's getting pretty close to the severe drought benchmark. And the bad news gets even worse because we are 60 percentage points behind where we should be with the snowpack in the Umatilla, Walla Walla, and Willow basins. These numbers, not good. Now we still have a few more months to go with winter. Sometimes winter can come on late and come on strong. And so if that happens, maybe we could flip the momentum. But as things stand right now, the number's not looking too encouraging. And of course, that is impacting our ski resorts as well. So here is your ski report brought to you by Schweitzer. We start off at Schweitzer. The base depth, only 17 inches. I don't think I've ever seen the number that low before, so they are really on the margin of being able to operate just purely looking at the base depth. Only 24 inches for Ski Bluewood, and then we pivot over to White Pass, the base depth of 22 inches. Now the weather today at all the resorts is going to be fantastic, so I'm not discouraging you from getting out there. I'm just telling you that the base depth is very, very low, and I know that all these resorts are really cheering on the snow and are cheering on for this pattern to break up. Speaking of that, it does look like maybe by the end of next week we could start to see precip chances going back up, but in the meantime we're going to keep it dry, which means these numbers are going to have to get worse before they get better. So we'll talk about all that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Josh. Talking sports now, it's 5:43. Seattle Kraken's goalie, Joey Daccord, isn't just a stopper.
Our very own Jake Gable tells us he's got the fiery heart that ignites the team spirit. Here's your player profile of the week.
The Kraken Player Profile, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
The Seattle Kraken's goalie, Joey Daccord, isn't just stopping pucks. He's the energy spark for this team. His path to the NHL was not easy. He was a late draft pick, and he spent years in the minor leagues, learning and grinding. But that long journey is exactly why he plays with such passion. he knows he earned his spot. On the ice, DeCord is dynamic. He's aggressive, always challenging shooters, and quick to start the offense with his stick. He doesn't sit back, he attacks the game. He brings a focused intensity to every single shift. He has stepped up this season to be the reliable starter, putting up numbers that make him one of the best in the league. DeCord proves that a committed work ethic and relentless belief in your ability is what matters most. He is the backbone that the Kraken trust. Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
And with every save, he helps fuel the team's drive and also inspires fans.
Tomorrow, Utah gets a taste of Seattle as the Kraken take on the Mammoths. You can watch the Kraken game right here on ABC's Apple Valley News Now and on our My Network TV station.
Exciting stuff. All right, keep it here because coming up next, we've got your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door. And Josh is back with your full First Alert weather forecast. It's all on the other side of the break.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
February is American Heart Month. Join us in going red for women Friday, February 6th at Desert Wind Winery in Prosser for a heart-healthy luncheon with guest speaker, Prosser Memorial Health cardiologist, Dr. Karan Vati. Tickets are just $50 each and available online now at prosserhealth.foundation. Event proceeds benefit the Prosser Memorial Health Foundation Women's Health Fund. This is how we give.
The outdoors come indoors at the 32nd Annual Tri-City Sportsman Show, January 23rd, 24th, and 25th at the Hapo Center in Pasco. See the live reptiles at the Brad's World Reptile Exhibit. Check out the hourly hunting and fishing seminars. Kids can fish at Lunker Lake. See the trophies of the Northwest Big Game Display. 2 buildings full of exhibitors, boats, RVs, pickups, ATVs, and more. It's the Tri-City Sportsman Show, January 23rd through 25th in Pasco. Don't miss it.
The 4-day holiday sale is on now at all Walker's Furniture and Mattress stores as they celebrate with big discounts store-wide on new looks for the new year and the best selection of bedroom, dining room, comfortable and modular sectionals.
And today through this Monday, you can save up to 40% off store-wide or take advantage of no-interest financing until 2031.
So you can get that home theater sofa you've been wanting and pay over time.
Today through Monday at Walker's.
The 3 little pigs needed a home because their old one blew over, but every mortgage felt like another scam.
The big bad wolf offered a loan.
Our rates will blow you over.
Then came Wolf & Company Mortgage. More hot air. The pigs were about to give up, but then they found Yakima Federal Savings and Loan.
Very helpful and friendly. And a great rate that made sense.
Skip the wolves. Trust Yakima Federal Savings and Loan for your home loan. Visit yakimafed.com. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
ET and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We're going to continue to keep the forecast dry through next Wednesday at least. Maybe that could continue for the next couple days after that, but here is the reason why. We have this area of high pressure that's just sitting over the Pacific Rim right now, and that acts kind of as like a force field for us. So all the active weather just kind of goes around the force field, goes up into Canada. Eventually, it impacts states to the mainly along and to the east of the Mississippi River. But what does that mean for us? It means that we're going to be dry and we're going to be in this stagnant air and very foggy pattern through the next 4 to 5 days at least. So what that means for today, specifically in the Yakima Valley, is that will likely be foggy all throughout the day. If yesterday was any indication, those high temperatures are going to struggle to make it above 40 degrees, which is pretty typical for this time of the year, but the lack of rain is not typical for the middle and later parts of January. Of course, you can see hour by hour precip chances, which there's nothing to see, but wind gust and temperatures and sky coverage for your exact home address by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app free in the App Store or on Google Play. Speaking of those precip chances in the Yakima Valley, yeah, we're still going to keep it as all zeros through Thursday. But if this extended out one more day for Friday, we would probably have about a 10% chance of either rain or rain-snow mix. So there is a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, but it is a very dim light, okay? Now on to temperatures. As they were very abnormal earlier in the week. Remember, we got into like the mid-60s for Pendleton and Walla Walla and the lower Columbia Basin. That is definitely not going to happen for today. And Yakima will be pretty close to that average high temperature line, and we'll keep it around there through next Wednesday. But by next Thursday, maybe a little bit warmer, about 5 degrees warmer than normal. And those overnight lows are going to stay pretty normal as well, as we'll keep it in the low to mid-20s in the Yakima Valley. Okay, here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Keeping the forecast dry with freezing fog possible over the next handful of mornings. And then for Yakima, Stockton with fog and low-lying clouds for the next 5 days at least. And then for Ellensburg, maybe a few hours of afternoon sunshine each day, but otherwise a foggy and gray forecast. For Hermiston, cold and dry forecast that stays foggy and cloudy through at least Tuesday. And finally, for Walla Walla, also tracking air stagnation and fog through Tuesday, maybe finally seeing something else later next week.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is now 5:50. Time for your morning sprint, starting with the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. And in Kennewick, residents gathered last night to discuss a proposed group home for high-risk sex offenders. Community members and some local officials spoke out, expressing concerns about safety for kids and elderly neighbors. Now, the group is urging people to contact the Washington Department of Social and Health Services and considering hiring an attorney who previously helped block a similar home elsewhere. The discussion focused on finding a balance between community safety and the agreements currently underway.
ODOT is facing a funding shortfall of $242 million. This comes after portions of a transportation bill became delayed because of a statewide referendum. Without new revenue, road maintenance could be slowed, DMV services reduced, and hundreds of employees could be affected. Governor Tina Kotek is urging lawmakers to address funding soon to avoid any service cuts. And Vicky Frausto is the new mayor of Sunnyside, bringing years of local experience as a former council member. She also makes history as the first Latina mayor, joining Deputy Mayor Julia Hart to create the city's first all-female mayoral team. She says that her priorities will include building community trust, strengthening relationships with local businesses, and bringing visionary leadership to Sunnyside. She hopes to secure resources both locally and at the state and federal levels to support the city's future. The Prosser Chamber of Commerce has been a hub for local businesses for over 80 years. The chamber provides advertising opportunities, event promotions, discounted services, and recommendations for visitors. According to the executive director, membership can be challenging during slower months, but she's confident that business will pick up in the spring. She's also focusing on building relationships with local businesses to better support their needs.
And in Richland, the American Red Cross hosted a New Year, New School event at the Riverfront Hotel to train people in hands-only CPR. The goal was to teach 100 participants in just 1 hour. Cardiac arrest can happen anywhere and every second counts. Training gives community members the confidence to act before first responders arrive. As of this event, 28 of the 100 spots have already been filled.
In your national headlines this morning, Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado, who won the 2025 Nobel Peace Prize, honored her campaign to expand democracy by presenting her medal to the president at the White House yesterday. The Norwegian Nobel Committee says the medal can change hands, but the official title stays with the winner. She called the gesture a sign of appreciation for Trump's support of Venezuelan democracy, highlighting her ongoing efforts to promote peaceful political change in her country.
In your business headlines at 5:53, the Trump administration is trying to get technology giants to foot the bill for surging power costs related to new data centers. The White House is planning to ask PJM Interconnection to hold an emergency auction during an event today, where the tech companies would bid to build new power plants. However, there's one problem. PJM officials say they were not invited to the event and will not be attending. PJM is the biggest grid operator in the U.S., covering 13 states as well as the District of Columbia. And in more business headlines this morning, the parent company of luxury retailer Saks Fifth Avenue filed for bankruptcy protection earlier this week. Saks Global filed for Chapter 11 protection in U.S. bankruptcy court for the Southern District of Texas. Now, this marks the first major retailer bankruptcy of the new year. The company had struggled with a heavy debt load following its purchase of rival Neiman Marcus in 2024. Saks Global was the product of former Saks owner HBC, buying Neiman Marcus for nearly $2.7 billion.
In your health headlines, President Trump has unveiled his new health care plan, and the plan focuses on lowering prescription drug prices, reducing insurance premiums, and increasing price transparency. It would aim to match U.S. drug prices with lower prices paid in other countries and allow some medications to be sold over the counter. The proposal would shift federal subsidies directly to consumers instead of insurance companies and require insurers to clearly post coverage details, costs, and claim denial rates online. Hospitals and insurers accepting Medicare or Medicaid would also be required to publicly post their prices.
5:54, talking sports this morning. Seattle Kraken lost to the Boston Bruins 4-2 last night in Boston. Bruins jumping out to a quick start, scoring 2 goals in just 2 minutes. Well, the early lead made it tough for Seattle to catch back up. Kraken kept fighting, managing to score twice, but Boston staying in control. A goal while Seattle was shorthanded gave the Bruins more breathing room, and an empty net and a goal near the end. It locked in the win. Seattle couldn't overcome the slow start. Kraken will try to clean things back up again, get things on track as they take on the Utah Mammoths.
Trending now this morning, a viral app from China that checks in on people living alone is getting a glow up, and that's starting with a brand new name.
Okay, so the app's original name, pretty blunt. It was called Are You Dead?
Oh my gosh.
Well, the idea is actually simple and kind of thoughtful. Users check in every day, and if they miss several days in a row, the app alerts an emergency contact.
Okay, that makes sense, because when your friends don't reply to you for a minute, it's like, are you dead? Like, where are you?
Welfare check, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, after blowing up worldwide, the company announced this week it's rebranding the app for global users, so a lot friendlier than the original. The new name is Demumu.
We got Labubu and Demumu.
Demumu. This is a little... I don't know.
Okay, so
Delulu.
Along with the new name, the app is also rolling out a subscription fee as it expands beyond China. I love
the original name.
I love the principle behind this.
Demumu?
But does that mean something else?
I'm assuming it means something, but...
No, they should have kept the original name.
Are you dead?
Drove the point home.
Right,
Are you dead? Or name it Delulu, because...
Or like, hey.
Like, yeah, you're Delulu and thinking, you know, your friend wants to contact you. Just kidding.
If I had that app, people would be thinking I'd be dead. Because I think about the amount of people that download it, like, this is a good idea. And then they just procrastinate, they forget, and then someone's getting a call.
Oh, yeah. No, actually, yeah, I think people would think that I was dead, too.
Good idea. I'm just not going to download it.
Right, no. In theory, I like what's behind this, but I feel like there's a little work to do.
Yes.
All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up in our 6 o'clock hour, small town business owners are getting some big help as the Prosser Chamber of Commerce is helping local businesses grow. Coming up, a deep dive into how the chamber is stepping in and helping their community.
And Progresso is turning soup into a sweet treat. Stay with us to see how the company is bringing back its infamous soup drops for National Soup Month. Okay, so it's like a candy. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Doesn't look good. But Josh, our weather, does that look good?
It looks, well, it definitely looks quiet. But in the meantime, some fog, some reductions in air quality, and I mean, I'm trying to create a list, but, and pretty steady temperatures as well. So we'll talk about all that coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.